2-2. And in 2-2, we are comparing fractions. So there are a lot of ways to do this. Some people like to do a cross multiply thing, find a common denominator, divide and get the decimal form. So I'm going to show you one way, but if this way does not work for you or you like to do an easier way, that's fine. So we're going to start off with 3/7 and 3/8. Okay, we need to find out which one's larger. Now you could go ahead and look at this in a visual sense. Let's say I have 8 cookies. Okay, I ate 3 of them. How many do I have left? All right, how about this one? 7 cookies. I ate 3 of them. How many do I have left? The one left with less is going to be larger. So let's go ahead and think this one might be the way. But just to make sure, let's go ahead and solve this out. All right, so we're going to go top number inside the box. We're going to go 8/3. Get rid of that. 8/3. Add 0 at least, 1 0. You don't need to divide these all the way out. Just divide till you get a digit that's different. I know 8 does not go into 3, so I'm going to put a 0 there. 8 does go into 30 3 times, and I get 24. Okay? Remember we borrow all that fun stuff, and I get 6. Let's go ahead and leave it at 0.3 and see if I even need a second digit. Okay, let's do this side over here. Just divide this out. 7 doesn't go into 3, so I put a 0. 7 does go into 30. Well, let's say 4 times, which would give me 28. All right, well, I don't even need to find a second digit, nor do I even need to continue solving. Because if I look here, I have a 0.3 followed by a 0.4. Obviously, which one's larger? The 0.4. So this one is going to be larger. And remember, the sign is always open toward the one it wants. Okay, let's try another one. Now let's try 1/8 and 1/10. Okay. Again, you could draw pictures and all this other stuff too. That's fine. Okay, let's go ahead and divide. 8 goes into 1. Can't. 8 goes into 10 one time, which is going to give me 8 followed by 2. All right, let's try this one. 10 into 1. Can't do it, so we add a 0. 10 goes into 10 one time. Oh, now see, many students stop right here and go, oh, cool, they're even. No. Let's go ahead and find that second digit just to make sure. Add another 0, add a 0 here, and I get a 2. Okay, add a 0 here, add a 0 here. 10 goes into 0, 0 times. Oh, so now which one's larger? I have 0.12 versus 0.10. So my final answer is going to be in this direction. Okay, let's try another one. What if we have one that already has it in decimal form? Well, that's actually kind of nice for us. So we have 0.08 and then 3/10. Now, since this one's already in decimal form, we don't need to do anything with it. So we're going to leave it like that, 0.08. And this one we're going to go ahead and divide. 10 into 3. Okay, 10 does not go into 3, but 10 does go into 30 3 times. So now I'm comparing these numbers. Remember, take it number by number. We go 0, 0, decimal, decimal, 0, 3. Oh, well, 3 is definitely larger than 0, so my sign is going to go in that direction. Okay, now we do have something tricky when we have negative digits. So, here we go. Let's try this. -4/7 and -2/5. Okay? So now we need to find which is larger. So let me go ahead and show you if you found your common denominator. Well, what is the common denominator between 7 and 5? Well, it would be 35. So I'm going to multiply this by 5. What you do to the bottom, you do to the top. And this one, I need to multiply by 7. What you do to the bottom, you do to the top. So now I'm going to go ahead and solve this out. 4 times 5 is 20. And 7 times 5 is 35, keeping that negative sign. Okay, over here, 7 times 2 is 14. 7 times 5 is 35, keeping that negative sign. All right, now you would normally think, oh wow, 20 over 35 is going to be larger. Okay, yes. Well, 14 over 35 would be smaller. However, these are negative numbers, which means it's opposite. Okay, because it's the number that's going to be closest to 0. This number is going to be closer to 0. Okay, now if you didn't want to do it with finding the common denominator, that's fine. You could have just gone ahead and divided this out, and I'll just show you what that looks like real fast here. Close these boxes out. Okay, so we have 7 going into 40. Well, how many times would that work? It would go in 5 times, which would give me 35. Now I'm going to go ahead and just leave it there. Okay, now this one here, we have 5 going into 2, which can't do, but 5 does go into 20 4 times. Oh, look, we have 0.5 followed by a 0.4. But again, it's the one closest to 0. So which one would come closer to 0? Well, the 0.4 would come closer to 0. That's why this one is the greater fraction. All right, well, I hope that helped you a little bit so you can get your homework done. Have a great one.